Queen of Wands. All right. Hi. Welcome to Magic with Melly. All right. If you're in this reading, you probably resonate with the Queen of Wands card because it was the entire back of the deck energy for this tarot deck. And then behind it was the Star reverse. Okay. So let's talk about how this reading's going to go and talk about our dreams, our desires, the shit we want, the shit we're trying to manifest. All right, we have the Magician card, and back of the deck energy, we have Two of Pentacles. So operating from balance is very important here, and it's being highlighted by Spirit. Make sure your energy is balanced. Make sure your decision making is balanced. Make sure that you have all of the information that you need to be weighing into your decisions before you make a decision. Again, more with balance. If you make a decision before you have all the information, when the extra information comes in, it's going to off balance your decision. You're going to want to, change your mind, or something else is going to change because you didn't have all the information. And when it does come in, it's going to be in abundance. It's going to, you made a decision, and then you didn't have everything you needed for that decision. Now that the information's in, right, we don't want to be rushing. It is what I'm highlighting here. And Spirit wants me to highlight the importance of balance, especially with this Two of Pentacles. And then behind the Two of Pentacles, we're seeing the Hanged Man and a Six of Wands. So if you sense that you're not in a right mental state or right emotional state, you're not at peace or at balance with yourself, hold off on making decisions. Spirit really wants to make sure that you take your time with whatever it is that is bringing you to this reading, honestly. And it may be a very specific thing. It could be a general thing that you need to hear. Whatever it is, trust that you clicked on this reading because you felt called to it. And if you feel called to it, something in this reading is probably for you. Now, once you click on the reading, just be mindful that it's still, like, you could still test whether or not the reading is still yours. You can continue to stay in the reading or click off. You can return to the reading later, or click a different reading. You can, your life is yours. Your choices are yours. Whatever you receive and give, those are also up to you. Now I'm going to talk about what's on the Giant Rider-Waite. So we have the Magician. We're manifesting some things. Definitely wanting our manifestations to come in. We have the King of Cups, all right? And I'm going to talk about this turned over card in a minute, but let's just get into what this is supposed to mean for us, okay? When you have an emotion, just know that emotions alone are powerful. They're a powerful tool. You can use that to show your body, your soul uses your body to tell you things. When things are just not clear, when it's like an intuition, right? When because you can speak to yourself, your ego, we are human, and we have thought process, we have consciousness and the intelligence to communicate with ourselves. But then we also have communication with soul, with spirit. And spirit is a multitude, it's layers, it's multiple things. It could be ancestors, spirit guides, angels, archangels. It could be God, if however you formulate God, whatever source you believe that to be. Or if you don't believe in any of that, just trust that if you received help or advice from this reading, take that. It doesn't have to be like your grandmother or a past loved one. It could be just advice that you need. So whatever it may be, just just take whatever you find to be beneficial for you. But with the Magician card here and the King of Cups, it's clear that your emotions are powerful, and what you do with them is also powerful. So if you do not have control over your emotions, then your power doesn't have very much control either, and you can really further down the line see it being incredibly damaging if you don't have control over your emotions. You can also see it being very beneficial to you, having emotions and being in control of them. Okay, and with this card, all right, if I flip it, you guys are going to be surprised. It's a 3 of Swords. So I think that there's when I shuffled these out, these came out face up and this came out face down. So I think the point of the reason why I kept it face down is Spirit, like I intuitively am reading from Spirit that this stuff is behind you. The heartbreak energy, always being in pain, being depressed, having anxiety, having these mental health issues, having these large issues in your reality, you know, like just things compounding, things getting worse. We want this to be over, and it could be that it's already in your past or that you're clearing it into your past. Wherever you are in this energy, you are the Queen of Wands. You do have a lot of attraction and abundance in your energy, but it's all part of finding your access to it, because the star here is in reverse. There's some maybe distortion or confusion or misunderstanding or misplacement of where our energy should be placed in order to manifest, right? Because we're talking about, the title says direct messages on dreams and desires. So it's like, what do you need to do? Where, how, and why, and like, you know, how should I be applying my energy, and why? Like, how is this going to apply to me? How is this going to benefit me? Like, asking these questions. I think what I'm really interested here in this reading doing is boosting you guys, making sure you guys get what you want, because the Queen of Wands is gorgeous energy there. Let's see what happens when I flip. But there is resistance on the surface here. And I just pulled that from the top of the deck. So I really feel there is fear. Okay, I with the 9 of Swords coming out underneath the 5 of Wands, I think has a lot to do with taking in more fear than empowerment. Like just and that's all right, but communicate this feeling. When you have this feeling, acknowledge it and transmute it. Ace of Swords is like, you feel this way because it's powerful, but it's like, just notice the context. Is it a positive context or a negative context? Because honestly, they feel being nervous and being scared and being excited and thrilled. That feeling may actually feel the same, but it's actually the context in your mind, in your mind's eye. So if you have this like shaking feeling and you don't know what to do with it and it's overwhelming, find yourself there and be like, I'm having a sensation, I'm having a feeling. Put names and labels to it, because I think a lot of the uncontrolling, the feeling, the energy of like it feels uncontrollable is because you haven't formed anything around it. It's just this unknown energy. Is like, so you can know what to do with it if you were to, you know, voice exactly what it is. If you were to start to try and understand exactly what it is. Yes, this is a feeling. Yes, I feel it very strongly. Is it a positive or negative context? Am I in a position to be able to change the context? Sometimes it's as easy as addressing your thought on it, but other situations in the reading may require more. It may require another person, another situation, another object in place, where like helping the context, like helping apply the context in a way that would be beneficial for the situation. Now, I know that sounds really general, and this is a general reading, but you'll know exactly what I'm referring to for your situation because your intuition will fill the space for you. Now, if you need more help, right, because the collective reading is supposed to be a combination of my intuition and yours, everyone in the collective, if you'd like to be more specific, if you'd like more direct help, please book a personal reading, and we can have a conversation on, you know, how to proceed there. But I won't know you need a personal unless you tell me. Okay, I won't give personals unless I'm paid for them and informed that you need it. Otherwise, like, it's too much work for me to find everyone who needs me. You know, you need to tell me that you need me, then I'll show up, right? And so enough on what's out here in the normal tarot. I'm going to keep the Three of Swords hidden because we just don't want, we want that behind us. We want to boost our manifestations, not go back to where we've come from, you know, as much as going back to basics can be healing and great for our progress. We don't want to stay there. We don't want to revert back to old things and old habits. We grow, and that's, we only want to be moving forward here. So let's just get that to the side. I have 3 tarot decks, so let's just get further into messages. And I do have a surprise for you guys. I have 1 oracle coming out for you guys. It's the Universe Has Your Back deck. So we're going to channel some advice messages in addition to what we have in the tarot. And this is going to be the reading. All right, so let's get into it. Let's see what's good from the good tarot. Okay, and then here, this is the Friends tarot. So we're all friends here. You know, regardless of if you're in this reading because you're manifesting a romantic partner or a career or whatever it is you want, whatever you're manifesting, all right? We are all friends in the community, and so I think that if you need solid advice from your friends in the spirit world or solid advice from a friend, this is it. Judgment, you know, if you want your friends' opinions, this is it. But let's get into the good tarot and see what's good for the collective. What more does the collective need to hear to bring in their manifestations? Just getting what we want. We are the Queen of Wands, so how do we get what we want, Spirit? So we have Empress reverse, and before that, this is 5 of Earth. So I'm seeing yellows and browns and oranges, so you may need to work on the solar plexus chakra or sacral chakra or even the heart chakra. So let's see what these are. We have 3 of Air reverse, and we have the 7 of Earth reverse, and Ace of Earth reverse. Lots of reversals, friends. I do not enjoy this, and you'll see that the whole deck isn't reversed. I'm not holding it reversed, so the reversals really indicate probably what I'm reading is in the past. But if this energy is current for you, then Spirit is highlighting that you need to put some of this energy in the past. But here with the 5 of Earth, 5 of Pentacles, I'm hearing that there's trouble with grounding and trouble with our intuition and maybe even trouble conceiving a baby. I'm hearing that for some of us, very, very few in the collective, okay? Because some individuals do, some individuals, some couples do see infertility issues, and with Empress reverse, it could be that is what is occurring here, especially with the Three of Air in reverse, and Three of Airs, Three of Swords, another Three of Swords. So just something to do with grounding and your intuition and creating, right? Like I said, with infertility, being fertile, being able to reproduce another life, that is creating your sacral chakra. That is also, sexual creative energy. Solar plexus has a lot to do with willpower and, being very determined and forward with your actions and like decision making, like anything to do in this inner rim with your sacral base chakra and your solar plexus chakra. There's definitely a highlight from spirit saying that some of these issues with your motivation, your intuition, being able to ground, being able to get what you want, that energy is going to be in your past. That's not to say I'm, promising any miracles for those that are dealing with infertility issues or any issues in their sacral chakra or solar plexus chakra, but that if that's something that you're already paying attention to or that you're already aware of, that that you're seeing some issues when it comes to creating, when it comes to your sacral chakra, when it comes to, energetically, it could be that we have Seven of Earth next to the Ace of Earth. It could be that source is showing you that what you think you want is not like what you used to think you want, or what you think you want right now may not be what you think it is. You may not have all the information that you need for your situation, which is why certain things are not working out. It's not working out because you're meant to see more first before settling in. That's what I'm hearing, okay? I'm not sure why that message is coming out, but I think probably when you learn more information, it may affect the decision you have in your heart space and in your mind space right now. And so, Ace of Fire, whatever is underneath, like there's something waiting as far as like a blessing that's waiting to come in, but it's like clearly there's all these reversals. Clearly there's all of this trouble in this situation. And so I'm hearing from spirit, detach, like in however means you think applies. Detaching is just taking your energy away and placing it on something else in order to, rather than sitting around and waiting, like watching paint dry, you're going and doing another task in the meantime and then returning and finding that whatever you're waiting for is done now, and that's the point, is that if this situation isn't working right now, stop focusing on it. Focus on a different situation and then come back to the situation and see if there's been progress. And if there's not, then you know that it's going to stay this way. Probably it's going to be really impossible or hard, or even just, it's going to just stay this way. Because there's a certain level of stubbornness from the universe or from the person or situation involved, and you're only responsible for yourself, your actions, your life, your happiness, whatever belongs to you. You're responsible for that. And it's like another person doesn't belong to you. Another, like a career, doesn't belong to you unless you own the building, pay the rent, all those things. Your job isn't your job. If you just show up at a location and it's owned by somebody else, you know what I mean? Like that's just employment. You call it your job because you're choosing, like that is like a placement of you chose that, so you own it. But you can also choose not to choose things if they begin to not work for you anymore. So that could be your hours got cut at work. It could be that you don't like the people who are at work anymore. Like people that you used to enjoy being with around work, maybe they all quit and you're the only person you like anymore. If you're just simply not enjoying your life, take the steps to change whatever you are complaining about. Actually listen to yourself. Because a lot of our communication, you'll notice, we don't communicate to like ourselves. I mean, I do, but commonly individuals don't communicate to themselves. Like talking to yourself, in my experience, has been deemed to look crazy and to seem like I'm out of my mind. And it's like, that's the point. When you're too in your mind, you can really self-sabotage by thinking too hard on things. And it could come out much more clear if you're to speak on it. And when you speak on it, that could be you talking to someone else. It could even be you talking to yourself. But it's very common that we use our voice to talk to other people. We don't use our voice to talk to ourselves very commonly, because we can talk to ourselves in our mind. But sometimes in our mind, we can be so free in our mind. It's limitless in our mind because it's unseen. You know, we can create concepts, we can imagine worlds, but whether or not it comes out into our reality is a different thing. And the first step to that is maybe voicing stuff, putting your thoughts to words and having it be streamlined in order. Because sometimes in your mind it's like it goes like it's like very sporadic, but when you have to speak, it has to come out comprehensively to some degree. So if you need order in your mind space, try ordering yourself to speak it. Yeah, just a tangent on that, but let's get some advice from our friends here. Let's get advice from friends, the Friends Tarot deck, and see what else our collective needs to hear for their highest good. First card coming out is Page of Wands. What else for the collective? Ten of Swords, Eight of Swords. Let's see, what else does the collective need to hear? Page of Pentacles. Let's get Temperance. Okay, we have that Judgment again, but reverse, and Queen of Swords reverse. Okay, this is a handful of messages, so I'm gonna just hold on to these and talk about what's out first, okay? Because I think they came out like that for a reason, so I'm gonna work with it and get to it when I get there. But we have Page of Wands. All right. And this card is making me laugh. And I'll get to it. But like, look at Ross. Like, he looks like a potato. He looks like a sack of shit. And you're probably dealing with someone who is giving you these vibes. All right. And I don't even know like what this episode specifically is with Ross, but he looks like a dork, okay? Maybe you guys are dorks. Maybe you guys are really geeky and funny and aren't afraid to be yourselves. You're not afraid to be, silly and put on costumes and do whatever. But we have this Page of Wands in reverse. So it's like, Page of Wands is like this new energy. Any of the pages, they represent quick, sort of immature energy. And so I think that's kind of what's occurring here, is some inner child energy needs to be more at play. And just running with being more yourself, being more childlike. not being afraid to put on a costume or a silly outfit or going and doing a thing. Like, enjoy yourselves in your partnerships, in your connections, in your workspace, in your personal spaces. But we do have a 10 of Swords. There is an energy where in the collective, somewhere in the collective, whether you believe this to be you or not, someone's dealing with like a false person of some degree, whether it's someone who's a fake friend, a fake lover, someone who's pretending to have your back. Because you see here, this person has flowers in their hands, and this person's like answering the door like, I'm getting this energy of mistrust, like something clearly is affecting you that doesn't necessarily apply here. Because does this card make sense to you at all? It doesn't. Like, why would this individual put, like, why would they be depicted this way? So in this energy, I'm kind of reading that the one individual has their guard up and one individual is open. And this dynamic doesn't work. You guys need to be both in the same energy. Without saying too much or too little, there is just, I don't want to say that you guys for sure have this going on, but there is a polarity as in like the opposite energies are occurring in the situation. And with the 8 of Swords, rather than feeling or being stuck here, just see the situation for what it is, that either it's working or it's not working. Either you guys both want this or you guys both don't want this. If one energy is mismatched, that already just tells you. It's a really easy yes or no. If it's, you guys both say yes, then it's a yes. If you guys both say no, then it's a no. But what happens if it's a yes and a no? Well, you need to see, can we push it more towards a yes or push it more towards a no? Because it's not going to be perfect. No one's going to be exactly where you expect them to be, or you're not going to be exactly what you expect to be either. Like, a lot of life is unexpected. A lot of things are unexpected. And that's the thing of what's scary about being able to enjoy it, is that you're supposed to enjoy it no matter what. And that's like that's your big test. Page of Pentacles is like, that's such a new energy to come into realization with, that you're meant to try and enjoy your life as much as possible. This page energy is just you manifesting in a stronger way, maybe for the first time. We have Temperance reverse. And with manifesting, a lot of us seek instant gratitude. We're really actually used to instant gratitude nowadays with social media and the internet and the world. How it is right now, everything is at the tip of our fingers, literally, with having a smartphone device and having technology. We're really used to instant gratification, but Spirit is very much highlighting, if you have dreams and desires and they feel bigger than you, or they literally are bigger than you, you're not gonna get instant gratification. The spirit is laughing at you for thinking you're gonna get what you want right away as soon as you take an action. No, you take an action and you're meant to be patient. You're meant to learn how to trust. You're meant to learn how to be patient. You're meant to learn how to work in the meantime and enjoy yourself in the meantime as well. Right? Because I'm back to this balance card, work and fun balance, right? In the meantime, when you're waiting for what you want, are you working? And then when you're resting, are you just balance this stuff, okay? But spirit really wants to highlight, stop with the instant gratification, because that's just this thing of like, when it comes in right away, then it's also gonna go away really fast as well. Things that are worth waiting for, they're gonna be bigger and greater. And so some of us have really big dreams. Some of us are not seeing these things as like, because in that mental state, it's like if we were to put up a comparison, it's like taking one small action and then thinking that you're going to win the lottery. And your luck sometimes is exactly that. You are lucky, but that is maybe a result of so many shortcomings over and 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 over, and so many shortcomings, but you learned your lessons every single time. The universe repeatedly tested that individual multiple times over and over and over, or maybe they always gave and never asked for a thing back. And in your mind's eye, that stranger looks like they just won the lottery for no reason, but you don't know what their karma or what their actions led to be able to receive that. Maybe they waited a lot. Maybe they, submitted their little tickets to the lotto, and like they did all this work behind the scenes, but you don't see that. That's what I mean, is like sometimes you do a small action and think that like the reward is going to come in real quick, and it's like it doesn't. Like the universe doesn't easily shift in that way, because like it's a summation of all the actions that you've ever taken. So if you've done more bad than good and you did one good thing and you then expect good things to happen to you because you did one good thing, well, guess what, buddy? Spirit's laughing at you because you still got bad karma from all that bullshit that you done been through. So clear through your shit. Pain, hurt people. And you know what happens when you hurt people? You'll get hurt by the universe. The universe hurts you back. That's why I think the universe has your back, is like you need to have your own back. You need to have your own, like, things working for yourself, and then the universe will be like, I got you. Like, you know what I mean? Because like it's like imagine like the universe is your friend. Your friend is not going to want to show up for you if you're not even showing up for yourself. If you just expect the universe to just do everything, or if you expect your friend to just do everything, eventually your friend is going to pick up on that and be like, bullshit, I'm not doing all that for you. I need to do stuff for myself. And so the same thing with the universe, because the universe is literally everything. So it's like the universe is like, get your shit together, because I can't just keep showing up for you. I have to show up for everyone else too. So it's like, make sure you're doing your part. And that could be a really harsh message for some if you didn't know you needed that. But maybe if you already knew all that, you're doing just fine. And remember, some messages are for everyone. Some messages are only for some. Take whichever you believe was for you. But we had these extra cards, right? We have this Judgment card reverse. We have Death reverse. Certain things we just don't, some of you just don't want to make the move that you need to be making. and you're like, where's my manifestations? Where's my shit? Where's my team? Where's my community? Where is it? You wonder that. Queen of Pentacles, you'll get it when you have formed your team, because it seems like with those in the collective that has this individual or individuals that you're dealing with that has like opposing energy, because some of you have haters, some of you have people who are fakers, okay? It's not for everyone, but if you do, they have a team and you need to form your team and kind of start. There's a football here, and I'm literally saying start touching down on your goals. And it's not like you have to be violent or say anything, but more so just touch down on your goals, and that's just gonna make your haters like hate you more. And it's not like, that's not necessarily a bad thing, because they're giving you energy. And you can always just transmute that energy and be like, well, I got it going on and they don't, and so that's why they're forming hate towards me. And you can just use that to boost you. Just keep touching down on your goals, keep touching down, keep going. Five of Wands, whatever competition you got, they got nothing on you as long as you keep touching down on your goals. Five of Cups, stop paying attention to negative shit. Pay attention to positive stuff, things that are going great for you. And you're really going to expand like that grounding, the issue with grounding that we had earlier in the reading. You'll focusing on positive things and planting seeds towards those positive things is going to, there's a bunny, there's a rabbit, and so you know how bunnies and rabbits, they reproduce like crazy. Your production level and whatever you're going to be creating, maybe if it's a business, if it's a project idea, if it's maybe just a lot of sexual energy with you and your partner, just lots of creating, okay? There's going to be lots of manifesting here. You got it. You guys got it. A direct message on dreams and desires. It might be that you are literally DMing companies, a person, a crush, friends, family, planting seeds, getting what you want. If you want a tattoo, if you'd like an appointment, if you'd like to go to the beach, if you'd like to go to the hotel, to a hotel and travel, or like send messages, communicate in the way that you need to in order to start the energy towards your manifestations. You want a trip? Start looking at booking websites. You want a new job? Start applying for jobs that you're interested in. If you want to start a new hobby, start looking at supplies and looking at YouTube videos or other means. Connect to your community. Touch down on these ideas. Like, have an idea, extract it from your mind, either by saying it. Saying it can be too easy because you say it and you can forget it. It doesn't touch anything. You say it and it's out in thin air. And then what happens? It can evaporate. All right. So maybe saying it and then writing it, build on your steps, strengthen your steps. I really want these things for you too. And I know I can feel how badly you guys want it. And I'm like, you guys deserve it. You guys so deserve it. After all this heartbreak and pain and shit that you done been through, you're ready. You've been cut and formed and shaped and molded and all of it. And it's all leading up to now, up to being able to receive your manifestations and appreciate them the way that you should. Because if you receive them any sooner or any later, you wouldn't appreciate it the same. Because you needed your unique lessons, your unique gifts up till now, your unique experiences up till now. What else does the collective need today? What else does the collective need to hear today? I have the linking up, getting connected, the mini tree. So growing your branches, branching out. I'm hearing branching out, okay? Collaborations. Maybe if you've never really worked with someone before, you're going to be working with them now, and working with them is going to branch you out even further because they have connections and they have connections and they have connections. Just really like be open to networking, be open to new connections, new people, new friends. Be open to it, because if anything wasn't working out for you before, it's because they're not. If anything's not working for you now, it's because they're meant to be shifted out of your life to make room for what does fit in your life now. Because like I said in the last reading, if you change, then the situation needs to change too in order to fit your needs. And that may be some people just aren't part of this part of your life. And so we have the mini tree, King of Sides. A lot of you are just done with some half-ass energy, some side pieces. Some of you, I think, were dealing with a person that had side pieces, and now they're really deciding that they're coming into like a very decisive energy, because we have the sweet holy one. Enough with these side pieces, enough with these side jobs, the part-time jobs, part-time work, part-time student, part-time anything, again, like with this like partial energies, you really want what you want. Either your main person, your main job, your like family, whatever it is, the sweet holy one, someone's very decided. You or your person or your situation, you know when it's good, okay? Those of you in the collective know when it's good. And the bagged one, there's some baggage in the collective, all right? Because you hold on to only the good things and don't see the bad things. And so you're just holding on to what? Like, what are you holding on to? Do you really know if you're only hanging on to good things? Because maybe if you saw the bad things, you would realize that you do need to let go. That this is the exact thing to let go in order for your manifestations to come in. But you'll know some of you will know what it is. Some of you are trying to figure out what it is. It's about the divine timing of certain things, certain events happen in a specific order in order for you to learn the lesson the way that you uniquely need to learn it, with the individuals and other objects and portions that are involved in the situation. Because some of us are learning the same lessons, but maybe you reach this reading before you talk to your partner, or after you talk to your partner, or before you quit your job, or after you quit your job, before you start a new job, or after you start your new job. Like, everyone's in a different pacing. And so trust that you found it in a timing that works for you, and that your choices are choices that are meant to be what works for you too. But that's like a certain level of trust and work and energy and communication and love with yourself, like your own self-understanding of what's for me, what's not, what do I take in, what do I don't take in. Was the timing good, or was it a little bit off? How could I have made that better? How could that have gone worse? Let's try and avoid that, but let's see. That's quite a bit. We have the folded one. We have the squeeze, page of drinks, king of mains, the roll reverse, and page of sweets. reverse. Lots of reversals again. Squeeze. So I think that some of you in the collective met someone over drinks or will be meeting someone over drinks, and it's like you're gonna find out that they're gonna be maybe your main squeeze. Okay, the king of mains and the squeeze. So maybe this person's not in your life yet, or you haven't seen this energy yet, but it's gonna be juicy. It's gonna be sweet. And you got to, I'm reading that you're gonna have to be careful of your baggage and any of this excessive energies from your past. You got to be careful of it rolling over into this new energy, because this new energy is going to feel really nice. It's going to be exactly what you want, but you have to be careful about certain things rolling over into this new energy, because you definitely don't want anyone to want to fold their cards over, you know, like when you gamble, when you take a risk, when you take a chance, when you play poker or anything like that, the terminology is folding when you want to give up. So you want to be careful not to have too much. It's like it's a given. It's understandable when you meet someone or go into a new job that there is going to be issues to smooth out. You're going to be meeting them exactly how they are with their current whatever they're going through and your current whatever you're going through. But make sure that that stuff isn't so overwhelming that it rolls over into the connection or into the situation, because that is how you can get the person to want you, or your person to want to give up, is like too much baggage from the past, too much shit that doesn't apply, that isn't like, can you imagine if you went on vacation and it was like maybe a little weekend trip and you had like someone in the vacation party had packed for a month, but it was only like a weekend trip? Can you imagine how impossible it would be to have that one person have that many have that much bags, and then all the other people have a normal amount of bags, but they can't put their bags anywhere because that one person has so much bags? It's like nobody wants to be on that trip with that person, because that person always shows up with so much bags. They always show up with like a month or two's worth of clothes and everything that they think they need. It's like, you don't need all this. It's like they expect to need everything, but you most times just don't. Especially if it's just a weekend trip, just take your necessities. Take what you need and go. And I think that's like a really big message there. We have back of the deck, Knight of Sides, protecting. Even though, you know, we have the King of Sides, I think I channeled basically that a lot of our like smaller like energies that aren't applicable to the main thing, like a main relationship, a main job, like some of these side projects, side hobbies, side pieces, whatever these like side things are, appetizers, snacks, whatever they are. It's not to say to like completely throw them out, but apply yourself appropriately. You know, don't be backstabbing, don't be cheating, don't be like doing anything that would make the situation worse, but you don't have to throw them out. Like, rather than having a full ass tray and thinking that you have to take in all the sides and all of the work, all of that, you can break it up into like healthy pieces, and that could just apply to many things, not just a person or a thing or a situation. Like, it could be whatever it is for you, like but like bundling things up in a more digestible manner. These side pieces could be, doesn't have to be more than one encounter, like sexual encounters or intimate encounters. It could be little projects in alignment with a bigger project that you're working on. And it's like, if you have too many projects, then maybe, you know, yeah, again, make it so it's more digestible. Maybe put them into little portions like you can see in this. And you'll find that tasking and delivering and showing up the way that you need to will be easier because you've broken up some of the more overwhelming things to do or things to address. You made it so that it was easier for you to manage them. And then with, so you take and then you can maybe even, if you didn't choose a certain project, you can break that down and give. Let that project or thing be for someone else or something else, or that workspace, filling a workspace. Maybe if you're leaving a position, that someone else can fill that position. However that may work for you. But let's end this reading with the Universe Has Your Back Oracle and see what remaining the collective should hear today. Let's do this. Okay, I'm gonna do that. Feeling good will bring me far more than whatever I thought I needed. So again, sometimes you think you need something from somebody, but if they're just simply making you feel bad, you don't need a damn thing from them until they make you feel good. So that's just, yep. You need yourself. You need to make yourself feel good. And then, if they make you feel good, that's abundant. You can just, we have, when I'm patient, I let the universe do for me what I cannot do for myself. So another channeled message on patience. I think that it came up reversed because still in the collective, there's a lot of impatience. So take that. Instead of worrying about the future, I know all is well when I'm aligned in the moment. Having impatience just means you're not here. You want the future to be happening, and the future hasn't happened yet. So just be where you are right now. I believe I'm worthy of feeling good. And when I surrender my will to the care of spirit and the universe, I attune my energy with an ever-present stream of well-being. And this is my true safety lies in my capacity to align with the love of the universe. So I'm picking up that the collective needs a message on self-love here. And just a reminder of how amazing you guys are, okay? You guys can manifest anything. And it's like you guys have only manifested the bad things in your life because you don't see yourself very well. So when you see yourself badly, bad things will come in. If you see yourself good, good things will come in. And so start seeing yourself as the true star and the true beauty that you guys really are on the inside. Like really start showing that, and the universe will show you the same love back. Okay? Trust that as much as you love yourself, the universe it's like unmatchable, right? Like it's find that unconditional love. It'll be unmatched by you and also the universe. Like it'll be like a competition between you and the universe. Who loves you more? Do you love yourself more, or does the universe love yourself more? And that's like how you get your abundance for sure, is really loving yourself to the point that the universe wants to compete with you. All is well and aligned. You deserve to feel good, so feel good. Allow yourself these steps, however you think it looks like. So absolute crystal blessings for being in this reading with me, and I hope to connect more in the future. I'm very blessed to share messages such as this. I'm really rooting for you guys in the collective. dream big, and your desires, all that you desire, all your dreams are going to be coming in as long as you take the actions you feel called to. Listen to that intuition, listen to that heart, send out those messages. I'm gonna try and keep you accountable, and I'm gonna say screenshot me, like screenshot those messages you guys send out, those applications you send out, and so that I can clap for you and, you know, put prayers and wishes over it and things. But I am so excited for you magicians out there, you manifesting from a balanced, peace, and love perspective. Okie dokie. Next time on Magic with Melly, we will be here on a Monday for Melly Mondays and Tarot Thursdays during the week. And look for me on social media. Any and all of the information that you need for booking will be in the description box below. All right, take care. Goodbye. Carpe diem and Magic with Melly.